What is going on YouTube? It is the Ushanka here, and today I am bringing you a video while I'm at work, which is nothing new if you've watched any of my other videos. But video I'm talking about, well, you can already tell by the title. It's something you stumbled upon or you subscribed and you're watching it. Alright. When I first heard this, I was neither surprised nor, shocked, but you can damn well bet I was pissed about it, alright? I was thoroughly angry when I heard this. You got Nancy Pelosi, a Speaker of the House, Washington, D.C., political power holder for 30 plus years, and this bitch has the audacity to go on a late night TV show with James Corbin or whatever the hell his name is, some, in my opinion, B-list comedian. And you may have heard the story, you may have not heard the story. You may have just heard the story. But this bitch opens up one of her freezers or fridges in her mansion in San Francisco, which is a shithole, by the way. And she opens up one of her $10,000 fridges and opens up the freezer part of it, loaded with high-priced, expensive ice cream. Okay? Now, if you have money, if you're rich, and you can indulge on, candies and goodies like that, all the power to you. Rightfully so. You've made your money, you've worked your ass off, you started your business, your company, you're a CEO, you're the owner, whatever. Okay, you can have $10,000 fridges and buy the top of the line, most expensive ice cream and eat it on a daily basis if you wanted to. But there's a problem when you've been in politics for over 30 plus years, for one, and the other is when there are people, because of this pandemic going on, that have lost their jobs, their businesses have closed, no one's working, people are filing for unemployment by the millions, or the thousands, and going into the millions, and people are having to wait in grocery lines. They're trying to get an unemployment check. And she's over here having a good time, laughing, showing off everything that she has in her. In that one little clip, you can just see what's in her house. 2 $10,000 plus fridges. And a fridge stocked with luscious ice cream. Now, you may have not noticed or seen it, but Trump used that opportunity to make a campaign ad. And he used that clip of Nancy showing off her goodies, telling on live TV that she was going to block the million, billion, or $1 trillion stimulus business package, which was going to help out small businesses who were struggling, whether they had to lay off workers, they're just cutting out, the hours are being cut, but it was a stimulus package for the small business owner, and Pelosi blocked it because something was fishy, because she, in her beautiful mind and her Einstein wits most likely believe that, oh, it's just another bailout for the big corporations and big businesses that these guys have private yachts and they drive around in Ferraris and Maseratis and they live it up. She thought that money is going to. But it specifically says for the small business owners. Like what I'm doing right now, my job, that is small business. This is a small business. Okay? It's a small business owned by a man who started way back in the day. And he started it from the ground to where it's at now. He's got trucks, we can drive, we have schedules, we have jobs we keep up, machines that we got to maintain. It's not cheap, but it's still considered a small business. And to have, if we were struggling, if we had to be laid off, we're going to be hearing Nancy Pelosi block a bill to help the business so that way my boss can afford to keep me on. You gotta believe that's pissed off a lot of people. That had to have pissed off a lot of people to begin with. And then the cherry on top would be to go on that stupid late night show and flaunt her big fridge and her ice cream and, oh, I can afford all this. From now on, in my opinion, I am no longer calling her Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, or she's not recognized to me as the Speaker of the House. She is the aristocrat. Aristocrat Nancy. Because that's what she's acting like, is a damn aristocrat. If you don't know what an aristocrat is, go on Google and look it up. Basically, someone like Marie Antoinette, which is also specified in Trump's campaign ad. The latest one that came out. He calls her Nancy Antoinette. Let them eat ice cream. Well, I'm just going to call her straight up an aristocrat. Because that's how she's acting. She's acting like this. Oh, I'm a very... the only difference is that she goes in front of the cameras and in front of the public and says that I'm with you and I'm trying to help you and be your friend. An aristocrat wouldn't say that. Aristocrats know what their class is and they know where they stand. They don't have to talk down to anybody. They could say whatever they wanted because they know that that's what their class is. That's the only major difference. But where the similarities are is you see the lavishness, the extreme lavishness of what she has. And that's not to say that Republicans don't have that or other Democrats have that. Okay? But the thing is the timing of it. It's the timing. You're doing this when there is a pandemic. And again, when people are out of work. People are losing their jobs, losing their hours, might lose their homes. And she's flaunting that. I came up with a theory, is Nancy Pelosi secretly working for the RNC as well as AOC? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Is she working are they working for the Republican National Committee? Because do they not realize that what they say and what they do, that they're just letting the people know that, hey, these guys sound kind of nuts, and do these guys represent the Democrats? I don't really like that. That seems kind of stupid. I think I'll vote Republican this year. I'll change my vote. I'll vote her out of office. I'll vote them out of office. And so, I don't get it. They are so clever and so stupid that they have to, they can go out and say and do whatever they want. They got the media on their side. They've got the Hollywood elites. They've got other countries around the world that are no different from them, from their leaders. And yet, they're still there. They're still in power. I don't get it. But maybe they realize that, hey, people are gonna, maybe they're getting comfortable. Maybe they're getting too comfortable. Maybe they're just getting so relaxed in their environment that they've been in for so long that they're just getting so relaxed that, you know what, they might just come out and say it eventually, and just come out and say, hey, I don't care. I got ice cream. I got goodies. I got $10,000 fridges. You never know. It might just be like, MTV Cribs, but for the people in Washington. They're going to start doing things like that. That's what it's going to turn into. It's going to turn into, oh, hey, it's tonight on MTV Cribs, we go into Chuck Schumer's home and see what kind of dope things he's got in his house. It's disgusting. It's wrong, and it's immature, and frankly, it's just sick. It's possibly either the best thing for Republicans or the dumbest thing for the Democrats. I don't know. Or is it just sealing the deal that this is just how we're supposed to look at Democrats now? Because Nancy Pelosi, she's given that look to the Democrats. Same thing with AOC, like I said. And if you're wondering what AOC said, she basically said that, people should who get to go back to work should protest it because they're working for 70 plus hours a week and not getting recognized for it. It's like, what? People they need to work. They want to go back to work. There's people who are lazy and don't want to work at all. And I get it. There's some days you don't want to go to work. But after this, there's people who need to go back to work. They got car payments. They got house payments, insurance, phone bill, internet, gas, food for the kids, food for themselves. And yet, you got AOC saying, oh, well, they should protest because, well, they work 70 plus hours a week and, they don't get any recognition for it. Like, oh my God. And I'm sorry if I go off somewhere, but that just really boiled me when I started watching the coverage of this, because I had to take a break from the news, guys. I had to take a break. So when this happened, I didn't even know about it when it happened. I found out like a couple of days later or a week later, because I binged on the news. I binged on the news so bad. I do it so bad to where it's just like I have to give my brain just a break, and I take in news a little bit here and there, and I'm just like, okay, I need to just relax, listen to some music, read a book, play a video game. I don't know. I need to just take my mind off of it for a little bit, because it just gets so overwhelming. And then the thing with this coronavirus, this and that, every day, updates. It's like, I can't take it anymore. But when I heard this, and then it's combined with what people are going through right now, not just across the country, but around the world, but especially here in our own country. You got this lady in power. I'm pretty sure over 150 years ago, 200 years ago, when this country was first started, I bet you if they saw that, if the founders saw that, what she pulled right there, she would have been dragged from her home, strung up, tar and feather. I kid you not, they probably would have done that to her. If she was elected, and she started pulling that kind of crap, I'm pretty sure that people would be so pissed off at her, they would go drag her out of office, and they would string her up by her feet and tar and feather the bitch. I know they would do that. And I'm not advocating for that, but I'm saying that 200 years ago, when the country first started, and she was around, oh, I can guarantee you she would have been strung up and tarred and feathered. Or in worst case, or in even a worse scenario, since we're calling her an aristocrat and we're calling her Nancy Antoinette, you can only imagine what would have happened if it was going on in France. And I don't think I have to tell you what happened during their little revolution they had. But if someone like Nancy was over there in France and they had their revolution, you know where she would end up on the chopping block. No pun intended. But it's just getting ridiculous. And that's why I'm going to try at every video, try and tell people who ever watch this, stop voting Democrat. Stop voting Democrat. Do not vote for these assholes. They are liars. They are thieves. They are deceivers. They are opportunists. They are manipulators. That is what they do. And I'm not saying that there's no Republicans like that either. Oh, believe me, there's some Republicans who are just like that, who have had many years in office, who should go as well. But for the most part, the Democrats are the ones taking the damn cake. No, they're not taking the cake. They're taking the damn bakery. They're taking it all the way home, because these people are just so damn corrupt, so full of hypocrisy, that they just have to go. And I am sick and tired of seeing it. It just goes to show you who these people are. And every day, every week, every month, they are slowly revealing themselves, and they're not catching it. And people are starting to realize and wake up that this kind of crap that they're pulling, American people aren't going to want to let that fly. So, I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry for the big video here. But don't vote Democrat this coming November. Vote for Trump. He is your best bet right now. Whether he tweets too much, he insults too much, he's made a bad deal here or there. But he ain't no Hillary Clinton. He ain't no Nancy Pelosi. He ain't no commie. He ain't no Sleepy Joe. Get out there and vote, and make sure that these politicians don't get their seat next year. Get them out of there. Because it's crap like that. Those people who are in office right now, they're the ones who have to go. They're the ones we got to say no to. We're the ones who have to have ice cream in our freezers. We're the ones who are supposed to have, 10,000 a fridge at least. They work for us. We don't work for them. And they don't boss us around and tell us what to do. They work for us. Pelosi, Schumer, AOC, they work for the American people, not the other way around. We're not just some secretary that goes and does whatever they demand and whatever they please to. But I'm sorry, guys. But that's it, man. You can share, you can like the video, you can do whatever you want, comment, like, dislike. But just get this out there and expose. Go on the internet. Go on YouTube. Find the videos. Share the videos. Everything. Understand that these people are out there and they are exposing themselves every day. So this is Ushanka here. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.